Starting tonight and lasting through Sunday, law enforcement agencies will be conducting a DWI blanket patrol. Albany-based criminal defense attorney and former DWI prosecutor Tom Carr joining us now to tell us a bit more about the patrol and some of the implications from it. Tom, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, glad to be here, Jamie.
Well, first of all, I say some of the implications, and of course I'm talking about the implications that come from if you do in fact get a DWI. Right off the bat, you know, what can folks expect if they do in fact get a DWI?
Well, at the beginning, once they're brought before the court and arraigned, at that point the court will take their driver's license away. It's called suspension pending prosecution. There's a couple of things that an attorney may be able to do to delay that a little bit, but ultimately you're probably looking at losing your license while the case is being prosecuted in court, and ultimately, depending on the disposition of the case, maybe having your license suspended or even revoked.
And I hear that it can be quite costly, a DWI.
Yes, and not only in terms of court fees, court fines and surcharges. You also have the possibility of being dropped by your insurance company, or if not being dropped, then having your insurance rates increase dramatically. And, you know, if someone loses their license, then the impact of that could be they may in fact lose their job simply because they can't get back and forth to their place of work.
Yeah, there's a lot of other factors that go into that. Well, Tom, tell us a little bit about the patrol this weekend. What's the coverage area?
Well, the coverage area is Albany County, and it will probably extend a little bit beyond Albany County because the state police are involved in it as well. Albany County does a pretty good job advertising these patrols in advance, and yet every time they have one, they seem to wind up arresting people, usually 20 or so people, for DWIs.
Yeah, and you and I were talking a little bit earlier. I mean, DWIs have been in the media so much lately. What is it that folks just aren't getting? I mean, you're here on TV today talking about advertising that there will be a patrol from now until Sunday, and still police will get people.
Right. I think it's a combination of factors. I think some people just think that they're not going to get caught, and other people honestly think that they're not drunk when they get in the car and start driving. As the BAC level has decreased in terms of what constitutes a DWI over the years, from 0.15 back in the 70s down to 0.08 now, there are a number of myths that still persist about how much you actually can drink and still be okay to drive.
Yeah, and I know you were saying earlier some folks think 2 drinks is a good limit to set themselves at, but as you said to me, 2 Long Island iced teas much different than 2 light beers.
Exactly, and not only that, there is no one number that's good for everybody. It depends on the individual. Height, weight, tolerance, how recently they have eaten, for instance. These are all factors that weigh in. You may have one person who has 1 drink, and they may actually be over the limit. So really there is no safe number other than 0 as to how much you can drink and still be safe to drive.
Exactly. Bottom line, just don't do it.
Absolutely. I think the bottom line really is 0 tolerance. If you're going to drink, don't drive. If you're going to drive, don't drink.
Right. Great advice. All right. Well, Tom, thanks. Unfortunately, out of time, but we do appreciate you coming in and telling us about this latest DWI patrol this weekend.
No problem, Jamie.